introduction, then we'll go, shall we?
Perfect.
So today we have Stephanie as our actress, and Louise is playing the doctor/nurse today, and Stephanie is playing the role of Alice, who is coming in for an MRI scan, and it is the job of the nurse to explain that to Alice. So over to you both. When you're ready, we'll count you in. 3, 2, 1, action.
Hi, Alice.
Hi.
Hi, my name's Louise. I'm a nurse at Great Ormond Street Hospital. I understand you had a letter to invite you in for an MRI scan. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So this time is for you. Is because I'm sure you've got questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how do you feel when you received that letter?
Bit nervous and anxious because I don't know what an MRI scan is.
Okay. So you're a bit nervous, but anxious, unsure.
Yeah.
Okay. So would you like me to explain to you what's involved?
Yes, please.
Okay. So you would come to hospital at Great Ormond Street. Yeah. There's lots of things to do there. We've got some lovely gardens. So it doesn't feel like a normal hospital. Have you ever been there before?
No.
Okay. So if you need to, if just going to the hospital makes you worried, we can maybe see if you can just come and just have a look around the hospital as a separate trip before you come for your MRI. Yeah, that's an option there if that makes you feel a bit better. The MRI itself, you will be laying down on a bed. It's not the comfiest of beds. It's not like a nice luxury soft king size mattress and quilt. It's like a hospital bed, like a nice straight bed, yeah, and you lie there. Okay, and now that bed is going to move in, okay, and go underneath like a tunnel, like a case, yeah? Okay?
Yeah.
You'll be lying on this with your head there and your feet there, and you'll move in. And this machine just takes millions of pictures of you. They're kind of like an amazingly super duper x-ray, but it doesn't just see bones, it sees lots of different things.
Would I be on my own? I'm just worried about being by myself in there.
Absolutely. So who would usually come to medical appointments with you?
Probably mum or dad.
Okay. So what we can do is arrange for mum to come with you. Yeah. She can't be in the room physically with you, but what we may be able to do is make sure mum's with you the entire time, even when you're laying on the bed. And just before we start the machine, she will come out. Have you ever had an x-ray? You don't have an x-ray and people have to stand behind something, like a screen or something.
Yeah.
So mum would come out of that room and just stand in another room watching you behind some glass. Yeah? And then when you come out, she can come back round.
Would it be too noisy and bright? I'm not soaking noise and bright lights.
Okay, so I would advise keeping your eyes closed during the machine. It won't hurt your eyes, but sometimes the machine can be quite close to your face and it can be a little bit off-putted. So I always say close your eyes. And we can, depending on the MRI, medical knowledge, I'm not sure, we might potentially be able to have noise blocker headphones or some music played. But I can check that for you. Yeah, I can check that for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you got any more questions?
What does an MRI scanner look like? Because I don't know what one looks like.
What I can do is I can potentially send you some photos or send you some pictures, or if you do decide that you may want to come to the hospital beforehand just to see it, to make the day less overwhelming when you have your test, we may be able for you to see that machine on that day as well. Okay, I'm going to end the simulation there, but thank you so much, Alice.
Stephanie, well done, Louise. Before I open up the floor to everyone else, Stephanie, have you got some feedback for your doctor, Louise?
Very reassuring.
Very reassuring. What made Louise so reassuring?
With the voice and expressions.
Lovely. I'm now going to open up to everyone else. Has anyone got any feedback for Dr. Louise?
I thought she was very calm and she spoke clearly to the patient.
Yeah, that's really important at the moment, isn't it? Especially doing appointments over technology. I think that's really important, is to be calm, clear, and to talk at a nice, slow pace, I think is really important.
Yes.
Anyone else got any feedback for Dr. Louise?
She knew her stuff.
She knew her stuff. So you were convinced she knew what she was talking about.
Yeah.
That's comforting, isn't it?
Well, I had that experience.
Yeah. Daniel, have you got some feedback for Louise?
Well, to be honest, I had this experience in my time, and now how Louise puts it is very well. It's I would say in my own words, very well explained it by explaining it. It's how she explained it to the patient, and she's very calm person and understanding how the cancer Alex how he feels about the first time he's doing the scan.
Fantastic.
I go along with that.
Yeah, you agree, Wayne?
Yeah,
I've got
definitely.
thumbs up from Charles as well.
From Charlie, Wayne and Charlie and Claire, I'm going to challenge you three to say something Louise could have done better as a doctor. So, Charlie, what could Louise have done better?
I love Louise better. And she makes very unusual and very unusual for being so nice and calm and gentle.
She was nice, calm, and gentle, Charlie.
But like a bit like a story from Louise, Dr. Louise.
Charlie, I think that's a really interesting point that you bring up, a story, because I was thinking about a storyboard or a picture board. So technology is really clever now in terms of we can share our screen with each other, or simply draw something up on a pen and paper as a bit of a storyboard to explain. I think that's a good thought there, Charlie.
It is really good. It is really good to when I first know Louise, Dr. Louise, she's very as a flower petal.
Charlie's being a flirt now. Thank you, Charlie.
I agree with every word you said, Charlie.
Shall we ask Daniel? Daniel, could you give something to Louise as the doctor she could have improved on?
That's a very good one. Well, I've seen it like all the other doctors when I go for my appointments for real, but they always they have this a notebook. I'll show you an example. Like, let's say this is my notebook, yeah. So they always take notes, everything I said or my parents said. So as for Dr. Louise, I would say that she could actually pick up a pen, just write it out, write on her notes based on the patient. Just what I think.
Daniel, that's really interesting. When a doctor takes notes, does that make you feel listened to?
Well, actually, he writes everything, what my dad is saying, what my mom is saying, or what am I saying as well.
Yeah, that's really interesting, because I know for some other people, if someone's got their head in their notes like this the whole time, how might that make you feel?
but
say
you're not
depression. So,
paying
so I think
attention to.
towards the doctor will say that they might say your eyes is very bad eyesight, you might get your eye test or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more if they're not looking at you, Daniel. So think about eye contact.
Oh, the eye contact thing.
Yeah,
Well,
it's really hard over computer.
Well, eye contact very. My mother told me this. Eye contact is always a very important thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Shall we move on to Claire? Thank you, Daniel. Claire, can you unmute your microphone for me? Claire, have you got some feedback for Louise?
I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give something that Louise could improve
And
upon?
she did a good job.
She did do a good job.
Like, and she,
Challenge you, Claire. Can you think of something that Louise could do better? Because that's the key thing that helps doctors and nurses to improve, is if we can pick up on those things.
maybe have pictures of the MRI scan, so then if people go for it, they won't be worried because they'll know what it looks like.
Fantastic.